Hi, today we're going to be doing a basic yoga float, something pretty simple. I'm going to go with an all-level approach today, so it'll be appropriate for a beginner as long as you have limited injuries. Remember that it's important to listen to your body as you go through, and if something doesn't feel right, just skip it. If you know modifications for these poses, feel free to substitute in any of those modifications, and I will try to show some along the way. So today we're going to start down on the ground. We're going to start on our hands and knees in child's pose. So go ahead and get down to your hands and knees. Hands are going to go on the floor about shoulder distance apart, and we're going to rock back onto our heels. Now we're going to keep it relatively flowy today. So we're going to be doing a little bit of movement and a little bit of holds as we go. Start here, put your head down, and let's take 3 deep breaths before we go any further. Now you're going to inhale, bring your body forward to your hands and knees. You're going to stay right here. Take a moment to lift the belly, round the back, and look down. This is cat. And then inhale, lift the head, shrug the shoulders back, sway the low back, and this is cat. Let's do that a couple times. Exhaling, pulling the belly in and up. Inhaling, letting the belly drop down, shoulders pull back. Let's do that 2 more times. Rounding up, rounding down. 1 more time, rounding up, rounding down. Now we're going to drop back into child's pose and allow ourselves those 3 deep breaths again. When you go back, it's okay if you can't make it all the way back to your heels. It's also okay if you can't get your head down. Do your best. 3 deep breaths. Return to your hands and knees. Now we're going to go ahead and stretch our calf out just a little bit. So you're going to take one leg, put it back behind you with the toes curled under, and there's a gentle press. Now we're going to switch. So we're going to do this slowly, purposefully, pressing gently, and then releasing. Good. Keep your back flat, keep your abs in, pressing gently, and releasing. Pressing gently, and releasing. This one's good for runners or people that do a lot of walking and have tight calves. Good. We're going to go ahead and do 1 more for each side. Nice and easy. Last one right here. Perfect. Lower it down. Now we're going to take a deep breath and we're going to inhale the hips forward and down to the ground while keeping our chest up. So hips come down, chest is up, shoulders pull back, and we're going to lower gently down onto your stomach. If you can't get down onto your tummy that way, just get down onto your stomach. Now we're going to leave the hands on the ground, kind of pulled back so they're underneath the chest. Elbows are in. We're going to start with our head down, and you're going to inhale, lift yourself part way up. So the head is down. You guys, I want you to put your face into the floor. Inhale, lift your head, your chest, your hands, and pull your shoulders back, and give me just like 10% pressure there in those hands. And then come back down. Inhale, lifting up, elbows in, 10% pressure in the hands, just barely using them. Lower down. We really want to work the muscles of the lower back and mid back. Inhale, lifting, squeezing the muscles of the back, just a little bit of hands, and down. Inhale, up, 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 and down. Let's go ahead and do 1 more. Inhale, lift it up, 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 and down. Perfect. I'm going to have you lift yourself all the way up and go back to child's pose. So you're going to lift your chest up, push with your hands, and rock backwards. Again, you're going to take 3 deep breaths here. Excellent job. Go ahead and come back to your hands and knees. Now we're going to warm our shoulder up by reaching forward and then circling it around. So it's okay if the elbow's kind of bent and you make it kind of loose, like so. It's also okay if you want to reach the arm all the way out and lift it up to the ceiling and make it a big circle. So think about how it feels in your shoulder. And let's go ahead and do 3 with that arm. So reach, lift, sweep, drop. 1, lift, sweep, drop. 2. One more time. Lift, sweep, drop, and down. Now we're changing arms. So the first one, just kind of doing a little demo here. We're gonna just sweep it around, just like that. It barely clears the body. Or we make it big, all the way up and around. Now you can't see that one as good because it's behind me, but you know what it looks like now. So it's inhale, up, up, around, and down. Good. Up, up, around, and down. Excellent. One more time. Up, up, around, and down. Rock back to that child's pose. Stretch your arms out. And now we're going to come up to the hands and knees. Tuck your toes under and lift your hips up to downward facing dog. Good. Lower gently back down onto your hands and knees and release back to child's pose. So that's a little bit of a flow because it's combining a couple poses. We're going to do it a few times. Come up to your hands and knees, tuck your toes, push your tush up and your head down in between your arms, and then release back down. All the way to child's pose. Let's go 2 more rounds. Inhaling up, lifting, lowering, and dropping back. Perfect. Inhale up, toes tucked, hips up, head down, and release. All the way back down. Excellent. Now we're going to go to the hands and knees. Take a deep breath. Now this one's hard to do on camera because no matter which way I go, I'm going to rotate away from you in some portion of it. But let's go ahead and start with our back hand. We're going to reach under, let the shoulder touch the floor and the head touch the floor. Then take a nice deep breath, look to the back wall, raise your hand up, and then go back under. So it's reach, and then rotate. Reach, and then rotate to the back wall. Put your hand down, take a nice deep breath. Now we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to reach under, and then you're going to rotate towards front. So hand under, reach out to the side, lift that shoulder up open, and then go back under. Exhale. Deep breath in as you untwist and you open up the chest. Good. We're going to do that one more time. Down. Up. Nice. Put the hand down. All right, we're going to rock back to child's pose and take 3 deep breaths there. Then we're going to work our way up to standing. So hips to heels, elbows down, head down. Good. Now we're going to use our downward facing dog to get up to standing, but we're not going to rush through it. I want you to go to down dog and I want you to hold the down dog. Hands and knees, tuck your toes, butts up to the ceiling, head down in between the arms, spread your fingers. Now if you like pedaling your heels, some people really enjoy taking this time in down dog to pedal the heels. That's pressing one while bending the other knee and then switching. Now you're going to walk your hands towards your feet or your feet towards your hands. When your fingers and toes kind of come together, you're bending your knees. Chest is down, head is down. Sweep your arms out to the side and all the way up to the top. When you reach the top, we're going to kind of reset ourselves, making adjustments that need to be made. Take a moment, shake out the shoulders. I'm going to turn to face you because it makes life easier for us all, though you can stay facing one end. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale, raise your hands up over the top of your head. Lift your chest, gaze upwards. Breathe deep. Now exhale, hinge over. So you're going to bend your knees, pull your tummy in, go all the way down, and try to reach the ground. Head down. You're going to sweep the arms out to the side, flattening your back like a table as you come through. Reach all the way up to the ceiling. I'd like you to do that again. I'm just going to turn so you can get a different view. Exhale down, 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 down. Notice the bent knees, the rounding of the back at the bottom. Then we come up, we move with our back first, flattening it, lifting ourselves all the way up to the top, and then we're going to do that one more time. So down we go. Exhale. A lot of us are really tight in our hamstrings, so bending the knees is important. Inhale, come back up. Arms out, Arms up. Beautiful. Relax your hands to your side. All right, so let's go ahead and take a moment here to shrug the shoulders up, back, and down. Good. Up, back, and down. One more time, we're gonna roll those shoulders up, back, and down. Perfect. Go ahead and take a nice deep breath. Inhale, bending the knees, sitting your hips back and down into a little chair pose, and we raise our hands up, straight forward. Now your booties are back, your knees are bent, the knees stay behind the toes. Stand up nice and tall. We're using this to warm our thighs up a little bit, so we're gonna just do 3. Take it down, real slow, raise your hands, booties back. Good, and then come up. I'm gonna turn again so you can get that view, different angle. I wish I had multiple cameras that would make my life easier. Take it down, 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 good, and up, up, up. Perfect. Now we're gonna go ahead and move into the next move, which is gonna be Warrior 1, a real standard. We do it in a lot of these videos. Go ahead and step forward with one leg, step back with the other. Give yourself a little tester bend, making sure the knee doesn't go past your ankle. Okay? We're gonna bend the knee. Inhale, raise your hands up to the ceiling with a deep breath, and then you're gonna exhale, lower and release. Good, so you're gonna bend the knee. Inhale, reach the hands up to the ceiling. Good, and then you're gonna release both the hands and the leg, come back down. We're gonna do that one more time, just like that. So let's bend the knee. Inhale, raise the hands up to the ceiling. Good, and exhale, release all the way back down. Wonderful. Now we're gonna do that one more time, but we're gonna hold it. So you're gonna bend the knee, you're gonna inhale, raise your hands slowly up to the ceiling, lift your chest, gaze upwards or forwards, whatever works for you. Go ahead and take deep breaths. If you're feeling any tension in your lower back, you can bring your hands down or put them at the chest. So you have other options here. Now you're starting to feel some warmth in that thigh. You should be feeling it getting kind of hot. Go ahead and take another breath. We're gonna release slowly, straightening the leg, lowering the hands down, and we're gonna step our feet together. So coming up towards the front edge of the mat. Now you're gonna go down one time by raising your hands up. Exhale, bend the knees, bring the chest down, dive down. Now I want you to hold on. So wherever you can grab, hold, head down. If you want to stretch the back of the thighs, go ahead. Lifting that booty up in the air. Go ahead and soften your knees just a little bit, so bend them, drop your booty. Sweep your arms out and up. All the way to the ceiling, lower your hands down to your side. Now we're gonna change legs, so the other leg gets to be forward. We're gonna step back, plant the heel, make sure you feel that test bend. This is super important. Give it just one little bend to make sure you're lined up. We're gonna bend the knee, inhale, raise the hands up to the ceiling, good. And then we're releasing. Remember, we're not staying yet. Go ahead and bend the knee, weights in the heel, weights in the heels, both heels, good, and release. We have one more that moves, so we're gonna bend the knee, inhaling the hands up to the ceiling, good, and then exhale, releasing. Now you're gonna hold it, so we're gonna bend the knee, inhale, raise the hands up to the ceiling, and hold. Drop your shoulders down away from your ears, keep your chest lifted, your abs in. Remember what I said about your hands, you don't have to have them up. You can bring them in or down if that fits your body better. Go ahead and take another deep breath. Challenge the move if you would like to challenge it. And then we're gonna release by lowering the hands and straightening the leg and stepping forward. All the way up, don't fall. Take a nice deep breath, raise your hands up to the ceiling, exhale, bend the knees, bring the chest down, bring the head down, hold. If you'd like to hold on to the calves, ankles, heels, or toes, go for it. Stretch the back of the thighs a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and come right into chair. So we're gonna lower our butt down, inhale, raise your hands up, and extend forward. Now, we kind of moved in and out of this earlier. Now we're just gonna hold. Now if you have lower back problems, or if you feel a little bit of neck and shoulder tension, put your hands on your knees. Go ahead and take a deep breath. Go ahead and take another one. And then release. Stand up nice and tall. Shake it out if you need to shake it out. Inhale, raise both hands up to the ceiling. We're gonna fold over one more time. Hinging down. Good, and sweeping your arms out and up, all the way to the top, and lower your hands down. Now I'm gonna turn to face you. You can stay facing the direction you feel comfortable. This part is only going to move the upper body, not necessarily the lower body. We're going to raise our hands up to the ceiling. Take a nice deep breath. And as you exhale, you're going to twist the body. You're going to drop your hands halfway down, and you're going to keep your hips facing forward. So you got to make sure you twist your waist forward. Inhale, raise your hands up to the ceiling, and exhale, rotate the other direction. Pull that shoulder back. Inhale, raise your hands up to the ceiling. Exhale, drop and twist. Hips facing forward. Go ahead, inhale, raise your hands up. Exhale, drop and twist. And again, square those hips with the front. One more for each side. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Good, raise both hands up to the ceiling and then drop both hands. And I'm gonna have you drop them behind you. And if you can grab onto your hands, I want you to interlace the fingers, squeeze together and pull down. So you're really kind of feeling that chest opening. Breathe deep, and if you'd like to raise your hands a little bit up off of your rear end, you can. It's okay if you can't too. Just most importantly is we don't want to have our shoulders shrugged forward. We want to have them shrugged back. Take one more big breath in and out. And then release. Shake out the arms. Now we're going to go back to having 1 foot forward and 1 foot back. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Only this time, we're going to keep our legs relatively straight. If you have trouble reaching the floor, you're going to want to have something you can put your hand on. So maybe get a couple of books, a block if you've got a traditional yoga block, or if you're uncomfortable with that, you can even put your hand on the seat of a chair. Take a deep breath. Raise your hands up to the ceiling. And we're going to fold over all the way. You can also just put your hands on your legs. So remember that if you can't reach the ground and you don't have any fancy tools, just put your hands on your leg. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put my fingertips on the floor, and it's okay to bend the knee a little bit if you're feeling super duper tight. We're going to take a deep breath and we're going to bow our head down. Now we're going to come up with just the head and the chest, straightening our arms, and I'm going to twist towards you. So I'm going to take my, see there's my leg that's right there up against my tummy. I'm going to slide my hand up towards the hip and then raise it up to the ceiling and just take a breath, one breath. And then we're going to slowly breathe all the way down. And we're going to take both hands back up to the ceiling. So we're going to pick our hands up. Oh, don't fall. It's a little wobbly. Lift yourself all the way up to the top. Reach up nice and high. And we're going to do it again. And remember, it's okay if you got to bend your knees just a little bit. Exhale down. Be kind to yourself. Take it down. Fingertips on the floor. Head down. Good. Lift your head and chest up off of your thigh. And then raise your hand up to the ceiling, rotating into your leg. You should feel your tummy getting smushed. Good. Bring it down. Go ahead and relax all the way forward and then come all the way up with both hands. Picking up both hands makes it harder to balance. Got to use a little core. Now we're going to do just one more of those. Take a deep breath. Exhale down. All the way, head down. Lift the head up, the chest up. Straighten your bottom arm. Straighten your top arm up to the ceiling. There we go. Much better. Breathe. Now we're going to bring this hand all the way down. Bring your head down. Relax into the fold. And come all the way up with both hands. Big up all the way to the top. Good. Step your feet together. When you step your feet together, go ahead and take both hands behind the back like we did earlier. Squeeze the shoulder blades all the way together. Pull down and then lift up. Breathe. Now for us to do the other side, I'm going to face the other end of my mat so I can still rotate towards the camera instead of away. You guys just stay where you are and listen. Go ahead and release the hands, shake out the shoulders, and now reset your legs. So placement is important. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Feet are grounded. Toes are pointed more or less forward. Back foot's at a slight angle. Take a deep breath. Inhale, hands up. Soften the knee a little bit. Exhale down. Pull the tummy in. Let's get that chest down. Hands can be here or on a prop. We're going to go all the way down. We're going to lift the head and chest up off the thigh. Reach the hand up to the ceiling. Straight up. See, there's a straight line from my top hand to my bottom hand. Just like that. Now you're going to bring your hand down, go all the way down with your head. Then two hands are going to lift up, Sweep up, out to the side, all the way up to the top. And that's number 1. Exhale down. Dive into it, head down, look at your leg. Lift your chest up off your thigh, look towards the front, rotate, reach up. There's just a little pause here. Remember, it's okay to bend your knee if you need to. It's also okay to push your leg a little straighter if you need to or want to. Bring your hand gently down, head down. 2 hands come up. Careful with your balance. Good, reach all the way up to the ceiling. And let's go down one more time. Dive into it. Head down. Head and chest up. Lift that chest up a little bit more off your thigh. Good, straight line from top hand to bottom hand. Breathe. Make it look easy. Go ahead and bring your hand down. Dive all the way down, all the way, head down. And come all the way up. Pick up both hands. Reach the arms out. Reach the arms up. Step your feet together. We're going to go ahead and do one more of the chest stretch. So I want you to take your hands behind your back. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Lift your chest and hold. Deep breaths. Now there is a level up from this, so if you really wanted to go further with this, you would fold over while doing it. Now, my beginners, don't do this, just watch, okay? If you're more than just a beginner, you can try it, but it's chest to thigh, head down, and hands up. Remember, this is just the next level. I'm just showing you what's up. If your hands are glued to your butt, this is probably not good for you. It's not meant for you yet. When you're ready to come out, you would drop your hands down all the way and sweep yourself up to the top. So that was just something fun to show you where it can go. Let's go ahead and take a nice deep breath. Inhale, raise both hands up to the ceiling. Exhale, fold down. And we're going to walk back to that downward facing dog. Yeah, we did it earlier, but we're going to do it again. We're transitioning. So we're going to go from the downward facing dog to a little plank position. Plank is a really important pose to learn for a lot of people. Shoulder blades are drawing together, abdominals are in. Kneeling plank is an option for my beginners. Now, I would like you to go back to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath, and now we're going to go to child's pose and rest, but we're going to do it again. So rock all the way back. Relax your hands. Head down. All right, on your next breath, come up to your hands and knees and then go back to your downward facing dog. So remember, the down dog is more of a transition. We're not staying. You're gonna push up and then pull forward. If you've got wrist and hand issues and you're like, I just don't like to do this, I'm gonna show you another version of it down on your forearms. Now, if you're here, shoulder blades together, feet close together, abdominals in nice and tight. Good, now we're not holding this for too long. I'm gonna try to keep it pretty short. Let's do one more breath. Good. If you're not already on your knees, put your knees down. Go back to your child's pose. 3 breaths, head down. Let's go ahead and do that one more time. Okay, take a deep breath, come up to your hands and knees. I'm gonna do it on the hands this time and not on the forearms. Lift your hips up, downward facing dog. Bring your hips forward, create that plank position, hands directly below your shoulders. We don't want our hands way out in front of our shoulders. Knee down option. Remember, if you're doing the knee down option, you want to keep your abs in. You want to feel like you're doing some work. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and drop down to your knees. Rock back into child's pose. Now we're going to go ahead and come forward and lower back down onto our belly because we are kind of approaching the last stretch here. So inhale, come forward. Remember what I said about dropping the hips, but lifting your chest up and pulling your shoulders back. It's just a transition. We're going to lower all the way down onto our stomach. Good. Remember, home stretch here. Go ahead and reach your hands this time back to your feet. Inhale, raise your head, your chest, your hands. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and then release down. Excellent. Let's do it again. Inhale, lift your head, your chest, your hands. Squeeze your shoulder blades and release down. One more time, take a deep breath, inhale, raise head, chest, and hand, squeeze, and release. Good, I'd like you to roll over onto your back. So take your time in rolling over, get comfortable. My guess is we've got about 5 minutes left, roughly. Roll all the way back. Go ahead and get comfortable. We're gonna start here by hugging both knees into the chest. Give ourselves a moment. Deep breath. Good. I want you to relax your arms a little bit, and as you exhale, just draw the knees in a little bit more. You're gonna relax those arms, take a deep breath, and then bring those knees in a little bit more. Now we're gonna gently bridge, so your feet are gonna go down, knees are bent, hands are right beside you on the ground. Walk the shoulder blades together, and we're gonna inhale, lift our hips. Remember, everybody's bridges are gonna be different. Some of us are gonna have little bridges, others are gonna have big bridges. But right now, we're just gonna move our bridge up and gently back down. Keep your eyes on the ceiling, please. Do not look at me, listen to me. Inhale up and down. It's important not to turn your head while you're doing this to keep your neck nice and safe. Good. Take a deep breath, inhale up and down. Now I'd like you to lift your bridge and hold your bridge. Notice I'm going to turn my head when my butt is down. That's the safest thing to do. Go ahead and look up at the ceiling. Inhale, butt up. Hold. I want you to feel your hands press into the floor. Grip with your thighs. Use your whole body. Use your glutes. Use your abdominals. Take one more deep breath. And lower down. All the way down. Excellent. Now we're going to hug both knees in again. Relax the arms and then exhale. Relax the arms and exhale. Now go ahead and hug one knee. Stretch the other leg out on the ground, all the way up. Okay. You're going to take the opposite hand and hold the knee, and the other hand's going to go to the ground. It's just going to lay there. Try to keep the shoulder down. We're going to rotate the torso, rotate the knee across the body. So as you go, lift your hip, sink it over, and hold. Try to keep both shoulders down on the ground. Take a deep breath. Good. We're going to come out of this twist, come back into the center, pull the knee in, more, and then put it down. Switch sides. So pull the knee in, stretch the leg out. Opposite hand to knee. Other hand is out on the ground, shoulders on the floor. Keep that back shoulder on the floor. Lift your hip and stack it. Rest the foot and breathe. It should feel good. If something hurts when you're doing a pose, that means we need to make some changes. You need a modification that fits your body better. And it's okay if a move doesn't suit you. In any given class, I'm going to say 80% of the moves will be right for you, and there's going to be probably 20% that are going to be iffy or need modifications. That's for everybody. Don't worry about it. Go ahead and untwist gently. Come back into the center. Pull that knee in for a little squeeze and put it down. Both knees are going to bend. We're going to take that twist and now kind of softly twist from side to side. If you've done my videos, you know this is one of my favorites. It just feels good. It's a nice way to end. It's also a nice way to begin. So we're dropping the knees to the side, shoulders down, and let's switch and do the other side. Good, let's do a couple. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. I'm just going to give you one more for each side. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and out. Go ahead and come into the center. Hug both knees into your chest. Give it a nice squeeze there. Lower the legs and stretch them all the way out on the ground. Now I want you to take a moment to get yourself comfortable. You're going to stay there. I'm going to sit up. Okay? I want you to go ahead and get comfortable and take a little time. Thanks again, you guys, for joining me. It was wonderful, and we'll do it again soon. I'm terrible at tongue twisters. She sells seashells by the seashore. Yeah.